welcome back Friday morning here on the Mountain Morning Show, Park City Television. I'm with the founders of WELD Marketing, George Rogers and Brandon Holmes. Fellas, thanks for showing up.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. Look at the sun is coming up. It looks pretty out there.
Yep.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about your company. First of all, I like the catch line or whatever you want to call it for your thing. Adventure, adrenaline, and wild places. And if anybody knows, which a lot of people know me, that's so right in my wheelhouse. I just wanted to swing away at that.
Yep, well, first and foremost, yeah, WELD believes that adventure, adrenaline, and wild places enrich lives and change people for the better.
Correct.
So that's why we're an organization. Brought a bunch of people together in West Virginia. We've got a great staff back there, 14 or 15 people down there full time. Moved into Park City about a few months ago.
I was going to say, you guys are fresh into Park City.
Yep, just landed in Park City, set up shop in Prospector, hired a great staff here, 5 or 6 people in that office over there, and now we're operationally a social media agency serving Western clients.
Okay, now tell us a little bit exactly about what social media agency means. I'm guessing you're just trying to promote certain companies that have an outdoor active lifestyle, correct?
That's correct, yeah. I mean, we're basically on a mission to expand the consumer base of the outdoor industry because we feel like that, you know, the more people get into those type of activities, they live better lives and the world's a better place. And we choose social media as an area of focus for marketing services because we feel like that that's a huge area to drive growth for our clients, and that's where they can get the best bang for their buck in today's world.
And not only that, I mean, it sounds like you guys are this is kind of in your wheelhouse as well. I mean, you guys have active lifestyles and you get to do something you love to do, I'm guessing.
Absolutely.
Correct.
And we would encourage our director of business development, who's based out of Salt Lake City, to hit up the tram and walk around and see if he can find an athlete, a rep, or a sales manager or a marketer to strike up a conversation with, ski some more laps and turn that into new business for us and hopefully expand that meeting's opportunity.
Okay, so now, you said West Virginia, correct?
That's right.
First of all, congratulations on a giant win the other day, football-wise.
Yep, that is huge.
Sorry, it's like, just to throw a little sports in there.
I know,
but
clips.
Okay, how did you guys meet originally? Is this a strict business?
George hired me back in 1999 to work for his video kayaking organization back there in West Virginia. So George oversaw a crew of paddlers that would go out, film raft trips from our kayaks on the Gauley River and New River. And he essentially kind of changed how videos were produced in that area. And then we formed this company in 2007, WELD, and we launched it in British Columbia and Whistler, yeah.
Go ahead, why WELD? Why not, but why WELD?
Well, we're about making a connection to people, to people.
Welding.
Yep, yeah. So trying to make connections through, you know, the traditional vehicles of marketing and advertising aren't really suitable to today's market in terms of how we consume information. So we're just trying to make a stronger connection.
So you guys meet, you know, you do the kayaking together, you play around, this idea forms, and it seems to have grown a little bit. Obviously now you're not only back in Virginia, you're out here in Park City as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, so the growth is there in the market. That's definitely true. Folks are changing how they're spending marketing dollars. They're trying to get more bang for their buck, and they're trying to measure, you know, the performance of their marketing campaigns. And WELD is right there in that sweet spot to kind of demonstrate a quick return on investment, or at least be accountable for the things that didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we've talked a little bit about outdoors. I mean, what exactly are your parameters for who you're approaching and who you're representing?
Sure.
Well, you know, we're definitely have clients that are in the adventure travel market. We're in the outdoor industry. Pretty much anything that gets people outside, gets them stoked, gets them moving, makes them more likely to be advocating the outdoors. We love companies like that.
Okay.
So you got ski resorts, you've got adventure travel companies that might do international rafting trips, you have outdoor brands, manufacturers, retailers, anyone that gets folks outside and is trying to encourage that, that's what we would like to help out.
Okay, so say me personally, I want to start my own surf travel.
Right.
agency, marketing, whatever, which anybody that knows me knows that that's exactly what I do. Okay, and basically I kind of travel around, but I'm thinking, oh, I maybe I want to do this. How would you start with somebody like myself? And I mean, what would you ask me? I mean, where would you go?
Well, I'd probably immediately sit down and pick something analogous online while you and I were looking at it, and take one of the best-in-class style organizations and begin to dissect that and put pieces of that together that sort of form a roadmap for someone like yourself.
Okay.
That says, and this is how they got there. You know, it might have taken them 25 years to do this, but a good place to start is through dissecting something that's currently working.
Okay. Very nice. And I've told you, I spent a little bit of time on your website, and they've got a great website, by the way.
Very
and
much.
I believe we'll flash that across the bottom with all your other pertinent information. Cool. But you know, I mean, there was stuff like not only kayaking, hiking, biking. I mean, you even had a little surf in there. I noticed some guy was, and what was the one you had Pharrell actually from? There was this on your blogging or whatever from Japan. I'm sorry, I threw you a curve out there, but it's a great website, and it was very diverse. It was when I first read WELD, okay, marketing, blah, 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 I didn't know exactly what I was going to be looking at, and I had a great time. I was on your website for probably about an hour.
Well, thanks a bunch.
Yeah. So
well, we started out originally as it is pretty much solely a content company, you know, and we still have a whole bunch of content services in house. We really have a strong focus on video still. That's where we started, and we're always going to maintain in-house video production services because in the outdoor industry, nothing communicates the spirit of that emotion and that stoke like video, and so that's something that may not be appropriate for every client that we work with, but for the most part, you know, that's something that can really translate what they do to the mind's eye of their prospective customers, and so that's probably a lot of the content that you took a look at.
I was on there for, like I said, I was on there for an hour rolling through that stuff and reading a little bit about you guys and stuff like that. Let's talk a little personally. First of all, what's your favorite sea animal? Your underwater aquatic. You know, it's Aquatic Friday. We're going with underwater animals.
I fell in love with sharks, snorkeling, and Catalina.
Did you really?
As a 10-year-old.
You fell in love with sharks.
I did.
Did you have to swim
I'm a
away
Shark Week
for a
kind of guy.
Yeah.
No, it was a small shark, you know. And I've never swam with sharks, but I'd like to do that.
Okay. And
well, this might seem lame compared to a shark, but I love trout. I've actually said that before on many river trip because I always love the places where trout are located.
North Fork of the American on a low water kind of run, 5 days in Idaho. You can't see more trout.
See, like we're showing fish all over the place, and I like the shark. I'm the hammerhead guy, probably because that probably represents a little bit of my personality.
Right?
Stuff like that. But outdoor, what kind of outdoor activities are you guys doing? Are you guys fully stocked in with business right now? I mean, are you guys getting to get out and play, I'm guessing?
We're getting out to play.
Yeah, we did
skied yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, George is kind of one of those do-it-all type athletes, from ripping a concrete bowl on a skateboard to, you know, climbing hard trad routes to, you know, class 5+ kayaking. I'm sort of on the mellower, really dig a good powder day, and I'll do it every day of the year if I can.
Are you pretty psyched to have moved from West Virginia out to Park City, to P squared as we call it? Sorry, I live in P squared. I'm over there on Buffalo Bill. Where are you guys at exactly?
Well, I definitely have a special place in my heart for West Virginia. It's climbing and paddling and cycling epicenter that's really unexplored and untouched, and if more people knew about it, they'd be there.
Right.
But yeah, I did get to experience last year's winter, so I know what this place has
what it
to
can
deliver.
be.
Yeah, I was out here like 4 times last year, and I was like, well, yeah, I'm pretty stoked on the scene. You know, just had some great powder days, and it was amazing. Yeah.
Okay, so once again, WELD.
Yep.
Correct.
Social media agency.
Social media agency, and your website is?
WELDtheweb.com.
WELDtheweb.com, and fellas, thank you very much for showing up, and get to them. Get to it. Check out that website. I'm telling you, you'll have a great time, and obviously if you have a business that needs marketing, bam, right here, these are the guys to do it. All right, what are you going to do for the rest of the day? What's your weekend got in for you?
We got a 9 a.m. meeting with a client, and we have interview some new talented people from Salt Lake. And then this evening, you know, we'll probably go skating or hit the front, and we'll.
You're still skating all the time. I like that.
Yeah, trying.
I could skate, man, because when I fell, I didn't get up.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you very much for showing up. You got about 13 minutes to get to your next interview,
Yep.
so we're going to let you guys get out of here. The fellas from WELD, make sure you check them out. It's a beautiful website and a great company. And we will wrap up Friday. 13 minutes left.